Hi everyone, myself Rajveer. Here I am going to describe about my research topic, that is uses of crust waste glass, and what is the effect of that glass when we are used in the concrete. Basically, the effect is on the properties of concrete, so I have to elaborate that effect on the concrete properties. By using this glass, we have basically um, in the first, we have to discuss my content. In the content portion, you can see, which we have also given in the table of content, that's the introduction, literature review, and at last, by performing all the document, I give some conclusion or my results that I have explored. In the next, I just want to describe about the introduction about my research topic. Basically, my research topic is a crust waste glass, and in the introduction portion, I have just added 10 research papers, which papers that give the overview of my research, and also some properties that describe. In that papers, I just found the gap limitations that not described, and I just want to resolve that issues by doing my own design or by doing my own research. So basically, in the introduction, you can just see the 10 papers, their references and overview of my research. And in the further portion, you can see that is literature review. In this portion, I describe some basic types of glass like CRT glass, so that we can say that cathode ray tube glass, which we have to use in this or many literatures. Secondly, the glass is that obtained from the bottles, jars, by broken bottles or jars. That glass I have also used in the construction. By doing this glasses or research, then we have performed some test. That basic test we have performed in all the literatures that are like a compressive strength to attain the strength, then plastic shrinkage, that is done by using some equipments, then the slump test, as well as to know the workability of the concrete, and basically the absorption test. um, in the further portion, I describe the importance about the properties. That properties, the properties of concrete is a very vital role in our construction, because the whole structure is like a stability, durability, workability, because the whole structure is dependent on these properties. So after that, I just discussed the effect on the properties by adding this crushed glass. And that by adding this crushed glass, you can see it affects the compressive strength as well as tensile strength or other properties like durability, workability, extra. So by doing a lot of research, and finally I just also discuss some papers that is totally related to my research on my topic, I have further mentioned in this. After that, I finally found my question, what we have to found or what I have to found in this. So my research is about properties, and I just want to know like what amount of glass content I can use in my concrete that give me better results, or that can provide me a better concrete to establish any project or any. So to resolve or to know about the answer, I finally design a research, and that research I read some related papers. In that papers, these tests are performed, and finally design my research. In that research, I just making some cubes like I have make cubes by using the mold of 150 mm. And that mold, I just make firstly concrete to filling the cubes or molds, and that we just follow the procedure like a compaction. Then, but I do something different. That is, I'll add some quantity of glass like in the different proportion of 5%, 10%, and then finally 30%, 40%. And by using this compressive testing machine, I found the result because by placing the cube in between the plates and finally applying the load of 140 kilonewton per minute. So basically, when it deformed or breaks, and finally I found my compressive strength. Basically, at last I found the results. My result is that um, my result is basically on the compressive strength I found is better if we use only like a 30%, 20%. But after that, main advantages of my uh, performing test is it saves money as well as it provide me efficient result because it provide me digital load or digital data, no need to use calculation in that. So basically these are the main advantages. Overall, by performing these and by researching all the materials, all the properties, and finally I feel that and I just investigate that if we added a 30% or like between 20 to 30% glass content in any concrete or replace this by fine aggregate, we can finally attain a good improvement in the strength. And but if we performed this test and add above 30%, it reduced the strength, or basically my research on strength. So by adding 30%, I finally improves the strength of the concrete. These are some references that I have used during my research and during my presentation. And at last, thank you so much for listening my video. All right, have a nice day. Thank you.